Good morning, everybody. So for those who don't know me, my name is Joanne Witt, and my husband and I own Snap Richmond Hill newspaper. So I'm so excited to see some people like Maxine, who I email with and I talk on the phone, but have never, now I have a beautiful face to put with the name. Same with Michael. Is he still here? Yep, Michael from Daisy's office. So anyway, and everybody else that I haven't got to see in a long time, especially, I look at the face and say, yep, usually at the Performing Arts, the Presbyterian Church, all this. So we have in August, we actually celebrated our 7th anniversary of owning the paper. October is the 13th anniversary of Snap Richmond Hill, its whole life. So for people who didn't know, there was a gentleman named Nick. He bought the paper originally, they're franchised. He bought the paper originally in 2008, had it for 5 years, and then we bought it from him and have owned it ever since. For those of you who may not know about the paper, it's a community newspaper that focuses on all the wonderful things that happen in the community. I get to go out, and you may have seen me at events snapping photos. Same with John. He loves to be out snapping photos too. He misses it as well. He works for a wonderful company that they are crazy busy, so good for him. Not as busy for me, but anybody on here, if you have any photos you want to send, if you've done anything, desperate for local content. I've been including some things in the paper over the last few months, even though it's always been my goal to, saturate the paper with Richmond Hill, events and things going on in the community. I've started pulling in events that may have taken place in Aurora, but they're, kind of York region, maybe for like a York region charity that did something, just to be able to, continue to have content that people want to read. So in our 13th year of the business, and in the 8th year of us owning the business, it's been a struggle with this pandemic. We feel the ripple of the other businesses. So when they're closed, or their business isn't as busy as it normally is, those marketing dollars aren't there, which we totally understand. Still trying to support everybody in whatever way that we can. I'd actually, a few weeks ago, set up with a whole bunch of restaurants to do complimentary restaurant reviews for them, and come in and try some of their food and write do a write-up and all that kind of stuff. And then they closed all the restaurants 2 days later again, and we had to cancel them all. So I was hoping to have all of that in our November paper. So I have my fingers crossed that before my December paper goes to print, the restaurants open up again, and we can do that for the restaurants, so that we can help and support them and give them some free exposure, and then bring interesting content to individuals in Richmond Hill that may not know of some of the restaurants, and that they're open, and the kind of food that they serve. And again, certainly if you guys have anything going on, I got an email recently from Jason Cherniak letting me know that the Rotary is doing a tree planting on Sunday, a social distancing tree planting. So I'm going to go there and take some pictures. Carol Ann with Large, they did a tree planting last month that the photos are in our November edition, which has just hit the streets, as well as Carol Ann sent me photos from their virtual walk, so we could include those. We did the same with Hill House Hospice. They had their virtual hike, and they sent me a bunch of pictures. So I'll, if I can come, I'm happy to come and take pictures, wear my mask, social distance, all of that kind of fun stuff. But if it's more comfortable for people to take pictures and send them to me, then I'm happy to receive them. I'm stalking most of you, so if I see anything on social media, I'll let people know. Like Marlene as well, when she posted on social media about this gorgeous Tiffany necklace that she won, I said, take a picture, send it to me, send me something I can use to write up, and put some information in there. So I've had a lot of businesses come to me asking for free advertising, which unfortunately I just can't do. I certainly understand as a fellow small business owner, all, budgets are tight, but it's not something that I can do, but maybe I can, figure out other ways, like with the restaurants, doing the restaurant review, to try to give some, some complimentary exposure when I can. On a personal note, I've been trying to do stuff just to keep myself busy and my mind occupied. Like I said before, usually that's not a problem for me to be busy, but I find, on talking about the screen time and everything, like sometimes I'm sitting in front of the TV watching something and I've got my iPad in front of me when I play something. It's sad, but it's true. I just find I'm always that type of person. Like even before, I'd be doing some work, I'd have the TV on and blah, blah, blah. And, just a lot going on. And I haven't seemed to broken away from that. I would love to sit outside more, but we packed away the furniture. So now I'm trying to find just kind of a not as great piece of furniture, like a chair for outside that I can leave outside all the time. And if I feel like going and sitting outside, like, in a few days, we're going to have double digits again. I want to find something so I can sit outside, because now I don't even have a place to go outside. Not to pile on all of the death I've been dealing with, but I lost both of my dogs as well. So I don't have them to go outside with and walk. And, I just try to force myself, even if it's just a walk down and get the mail, because we just have the big post boxes, to kind of get out of the house. But sometimes you just get going and you forget. Like the other day I thought, I haven't been out of the house, like even just outside on my front porch for like 3 days. I've been in the house doing stuff. So, I'm trying to be more cognizant of, how my day's going. Right now, the November paper just hit the streets. I'm not quite working on my December paper yet. So trying to take time this week to do, stuff for me and, make more phone calls and talk to people and, check in on my dad every day. And my parents met when they were 12. They got engaged at 15, married at 18. And my parents are both 73, and my mom had just turned 73 a few weeks before she passed. So they were together for a really long time. So, keep checking in on him. And just because my mom was ill and I was helping to care for her, I was only either in my house or her house so that I could spend time with her and do everything. And, we've kind of kept it that way, even for my dad, so that I can, still spend lots of time with him, knowing, I'm staying away from, anybody that I can. So, that's kind of me. I was talking to Sue at Hill House Hospice about now that my, one fundraiser is done, I'm ready to start another one. Again, it's a great way to keep myself busy. So looking at doing a fundraiser for Hill House Hospice in the new year. And, we'll certainly share more information once I've got things a little more finalized. And looking forward to, I haven't decorated my house in years, because this time of the year, I'm usually so busy, I don't even get the chance. So I might end up putting Christmas decorations up around my house just to keep myself busy for a couple of days. So that's about it. That's me and how I'm doing.